Hi everyone.
Hi.
How y'all doing? If I come back with an accent, this is incredible. I'm learning a whole new language. But anyway, we just had an amazing day of ministry.
It's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock, which is about right.
Right.
So we only got a couple more days. You know, this is, what is today? Monday. It's Monday. Friday morning is our last event. And then we're going to be heading back to Jersey. But I don't know, man. I've just never absorbed so much pain in my life. And not my own. I mean, just the pain of the people to whom we are presenting. It's incredible. And, you know, it's hard to put into words what this is, you know, ministering to these men and these women. And I've never seen people so hungry to know the Lord or to reestablish a relationship with the Lord, a relationship that they had that they felt, you know, they just backslid. And for whatever reasons, and trust me, there are some difficulties of life that these people struggle with, and I just thank God that, you know, that's not where I am in my life anymore. I think we're I know we're an encouragement to them, you know. Just to give you something, here's the problem. So we had a great day of ministry. Caitlin, we missed you.
Yeah.
Caitlin, and these girls would have loved you. But we're gonna have a good time when you get here Wednesday. Anyway, so we're leaving today to go to a recovery event where we're speaking about prison reform and recovery reform and that sort of thing. And I'm in the lobby because Heidi had to change, and for this event, and I'm sitting there and I see this girl come walking out, and I'm like, I know her. I'm like, I was just talking to her, man. We were just ministering to her in the chapel. She just got released,
Right.
and I go, wow, she's kind of, she looks a little nervous. I go, what's going on? She goes, I just got released. I go, where are you going? She goes, I don't know. I go, well, how long have you been here? And she said 8 months. And I said,
8 months and nobody there to welcome
no
her.
one there to welcome her. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about all these people getting released from prison. And
Without
it's
a
great.
plan.
It's great to get released. Trust me.
Right.
But you need to have a plan, and there needs to be that reentry, that exit plan. But
So we actually, Mike had to speak at an event, and we were already late getting there. And but thankfully we walked out just as she was walking out, and we were able to get her a ride to the courthouse of the town that her sister lived in, because she was hoping to stay at her sister's.
Look, I encouraged her to go to Teen Challenge. She's homeless. She told me she's homeless, and
She lost her child.
She lost her kids, plural, and she's got a lot of struggles ahead of her. And I told her, I suggested she go to Teen Challenge since her struggle's been with addiction, and we prayed for her. But this is kind of typical. People have no support. They don't. Oh, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. But we had a good time of it inside today, particularly with the men in the top group.
Yeah. That's the faith-based pod. There was 10, now there's 9. One got released and baptized on Saturday. We have the video of him.
He's online already.
Yep.
But I actually put up one picture. I don't put many pictures. We don't get many pictures, but I put one online because you can't see anybody's face really, and just to show you. I wish I could show you the faces.
Yeah.
Because that presents a completely different picture if you could see the weeping. And
especially among the women.
I'm humbled really to be part of that and to, you know, be a part of that journey, you know.
Yeah. What was shocking to me was the last group of women that we spoke to. There were 38 of them. 3 of them raised their hand to receive Christ, so that leaves 35. 1 would not. So then Mike said, okay, of those of you that are Christians, because he said, how many of you are Christians?
Those of you remaining, right.
Right. He said, how many of you are Christians that have kind of walked away from your faith? And everybody but one woman So 34 women stood up and rededicated their lives to the Lord. I was just flabbergasted that there were that many women who knew the Lord and who had walked away. And so there's 37. We're getting a phone call. I'm just going to decline it. Right.
John Schloter, that's you, brother.
Right, we'll call you back. 37 women. So we talk about how, Mike's been talking about the last couple of days about creating a culture within their living system. And, you've got 37 out of 38 that they claim that they're Christians now and, rededicating their lives. He's like, for the love of God, somebody pick up a Bible and start reading it. Start a Bible study.
I asked first, I said, who is the leader? I said, I know how this goes. And there are women in here who lead. There are women in here who run this pod. I said, who are you? And nobody would kind of give it up. And that's okay. I said, well, you're in here. They're all smiling. I said,
Right.
That's all right. I said, well, those of you who are leaders, you need to start leading in a different way. You don't need to be extorting one another, beating each other down, putting each other down, making this worse.
Right.
Your pod will have the environment that you produce and you create. So instead of doing all of this stuff, just start building one another up. Read this Bible. I told them go into Proverbs 4 and read Proverbs 4 because that's, to me, it's one of my favorite books of the Bible. Speaking about wisdom, it says, get wisdom and live, right? Basically.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so, I encourage them to do that. So I'll see them again eventually, I think, on this trip. But eventually, we will have been in front of about 1,000 inmates. And
In this prison alone.
in this, yeah. So, that's a lot of lives to impact. And I'm just privileged to be able to do it. Me and Heidi here. And we want to thank you again for your support, for your financial support, for your prayerful support. And we love you, and we couldn't do it without you.
And we want to thank the Kale family for your very generous donation. We're just blown away, and we're just very grateful that we were able to bring Caitlin in, and we're excited for her to come back on Wednesday. And
the guys are excited too.
Yeah.
And
right.
Yeah. And by the way, they wrote you guys letters, and I have them, and I'll just make sure everything's appropriate.
Yeah.
And then I'll get them.
They
to
wrote
you.
letters to Caitlin's parents.
They wrote letters to Caitlin and to Caitlin's parents.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They were so impressed with her, and in being impressed with Caitlin, they know that that is the way she was brought up by her parents. Mm-hmm. And they were just so taken back by her presence and her insight. And I told Caitlin, I said, look, you might be the youngest one in here, but truth be told, spiritually, you're the oldest one in here. Mm-hmm. So walk in that authority. And so she is. I couldn't be proud of that girl, man. She's got more nerve than I got, I'll tell you that. So anyhow.
Anyway, keep praying for us. We're
Tuesday, Wednesday,
to
Thursday, Friday. Yeah,
right.
we're.
Thus my yawning throughout half of this video. So
we
anyway,
love you guys,
we love you guys. We appreciate your prayers and
be home soon.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. Bye bye.